these blue sky laws. I'm just wanting to know. Now, bona fide is Latin for good faith. Signifies the real thing and the lack of, ooch, bad faith. Pooh. Now, it's not a good faith divorce when my wife didn't explain to you it was a marriage certificate. Yeah. Not a good faith divorce when she didn't give me any of the actual documentation. Wasn't a good faith divorce when she had me arrested 4 days later. Wasn't a good faith divorce when she motioned for a default dissolution of marriage. It wasn't in good faith. It wasn't a bona fide dissolution of marriage. It looks like she did not want to dissolve the marriage the way that it has to be done when you have a United Nations marriage certificate. I'm gonna want to divorce her. Yeah. Now these bonds, I'm somewhat attracted to the actual bonding, yeah, of every oath, badge, attorney, mandatory reporter, civil rights coordinators, social workers that say no, I can support the laws without supporting due process, and that means I don't have to support Brady. Now, Brady, which is something we're going to talk about, but probably not today. I'm going to give you 1 day right now. Then I'm going to take every fucking bond of every one of you. Now, you can't say that you support the civil rights of American citizens without supporting Brady. And when I email all, well, such as managing funds or showing up in court. What's really interesting is my wife never showed up in court during the last two arrests. hmm Now, was it Heidi Lee Budnick? Yes. That actually wanted the criminal complaint, or was it Patricia Batard as the superintendent of the school district? Or was it Trey Batard because my sons are on the football team? Civil rights coordinators, Carol Kirk. You know, when you do not appear in court, but you arrest me multiple times and you refuse to admit the exculpatory evidence that would have exonerated me from any crime, I'm going to have to say that my wife should have been providing a bond that she would show up in court because the one time that she needed to show up in court, yes, she was too busy with her schoolwork. Pooch. Now, I would have questioned her about why she didn't sign it. Yes. And then I would have questioned her about why she said I was in Squim when I wasn't. Then I would have questioned showing up in court as the victim. Yeah. The petitioner. Yeah. Is very much necessary to being able to say the individual's fucking incompetent. I'm going to want to appeal those two court decisions. And then I'm going to ask her, well, why didn't you appear in court? Well, I was just too busy with schoolwork. Yes. Now, see this big question mark here? Yeah. There's actually something behind it, but, um, uh, well, buys a replacement $10,000 less. Yeah. Just give me those 1031 exchanges. Now, no one can be judged in his own cause. Were you, Brent Baston, a judge in your own cause because you didn't want me to sue the Mormons? Poop. Were you, Ooch, your own judge in your own cause because there was no appearance of the petitioner? Yes. Did you, Brent Baston, right now, have your own personal agenda about my personal life? You can't be your own judge in your own cause. Since there was no petitioner there, yes. Since I've been arrested multiple times without any of the enforcement of the due process obligations of exculpatory evidence, is it such a judgment right now? Brent, you're going to go to fucking prison, and I'm going to sue the Mormons for $80 billion. Now, why don't you just give me their properties again? Oops. And the personal assets. Oh, of each and every Mormon location of the United States. I'm going to want to know every asset. Now, I'm thinking, right, that You're going to prison, Brent, and I'm suing your denomination. Do you understand? Now, do you know I wasn't in Squim? Oh. Did you know I wasn't in Brennan? Oh. Did you know I didn't commit domestic violence or child abuse? Brent, did you have a conflict of interest? Your Mormonism, well, I'm thinking, right, that concerning a brothel, yes, prostitutes are admitted as witnesses. Now, what else could I concern myself with? Coach, let's say you're a police officer. You found out about Brady, yeah, and you could be admitted as a witness. Coach, you could testify against the. Oh my gosh, look at the backbiting. Look at the extortion, Coach, the blackmail. If I go down, we're all going down right now. Well, in a case concerning a brothel, yes, the employees of the actual location, prostitutes, are admitted as witnesses. In the case concerning a police department, police officers are admitted as witnesses. In the case concerning a sheriff's department, sheriffs are admitted as witnesses. Pooch, I can see every fucking one of you that obligate you to testify. It seems that in a case concerning right now